focus, and while the consent decree struck between the Department of Justice and the city of Baltimore is signed, sealed, and delivered, it is yet to be accepted and mandated by the federal court. The first hearing in that matter was scheduled for tomorrow, but in the middle of the inauguration festivities on Friday, a late filing asked for a delay. ABC 2 News investigative reporter Brian Kubler is here with what this all could mean. Brian?
Well, the hope is for some that it's just that, a delay, Jamie, but timing and language of the court filing has others concerned. In order for more than 200 pages of police reform to become mandatory, a court needs to accept the terms. There are questions U.S. District Court Judge James Berdar has. Cost, the details of this monitoring plan, and the clarity of some of the reforms were among them. And he wanted the mayor of Baltimore present for a hearing tomorrow to discuss them. But soon after the new president was sworn in on Friday, a delay was almost immediately filed by the new leadership of the Department of Justice. It asked for a delay, saying, quote, because of the change in administration, the Department of Justice also experienced a transition in leadership. The U.S. requires additional time in order to brief the new leadership.
I think that you have to have some level of concern about it with all the effort that we've been put into and knowing the new administration and some of the things that they have done just in their first few days in office. But I trust that the mayor and her team are still working.
Baltimore City Councilman Brandon Scott knows police consent decrees are not high up on the new administration's list of priorities. He hopes this continuance is just that, simply a delay needed by the feds during a government transition.
That raises a high level of concern. I don't think the alarms aren't ringing yet, but you just have to sit and wait and see what happens and just be prepared to do the work ourselves.
With or without a federal judge to mandate. To that end, the councilman is introducing a resolution at tonight's city council meeting to help address the cost of all these reforms, asking the police department to take a hard look at its $480 million budget to see where it can chip in as well.
One of the ideas that Councilman Scott has come up with is looking for opportunities to create efficiencies.
Councilman Eric Costello is the chairman of the Budget and Appropriations Committee and knows reforms could cost tens of millions of dollars over the years. And while the mayor is looking to the state and city for financial support, Costello says it's a good idea to look inward as well.
It's going to cost a lot of money, and I think we need to explore every avenue for how we're going to pay for this, and of course that includes looking within the department.
While that federal court hearing on the consent decree has been pushed back until the 1st of next month, it is then we should get a clear picture of how the new administration would like to proceed.